actually find to be very relevant to my interests, but don't really get too much attention or the Final Fantasy Tactics Advance games, actually.
Should be live momentarily. Yep, we're live on Twitch and live on YouTube. Cool. And it just happens to be playing the Super Metroid demo.
I thought that was you playing for a second.
Yeah. Let us get us started. Yeah, less time played than Samus.
You must have really gotten lost in Samus.
Let's see, are we still near the red tower where we are? So, last time we left off getting power bombs. Right, those are my buttons.
This time, more power bombs.
Yeah, this is as near to the red tower as we get. I remember there being a power bomb door at the bottom of it. This is not the red tower. Or at least not the same red tower. You must be able to shoot the ground.
This is pretty much the part of the game where if shooting doesn't work for you, just use power bombs to find a way to go.
Okay, this is still not the right room, apparently. This is where I got the power bomb, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Or
Yeah.
below there somewhere.
Alright, let's find a different way out of here then. Maybe it is this way after all. I don't remember this room. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh, didn't realize those could hurt me on the ceiling too. Short jumps.
So much for having a helmet.
I'm sure this is, like, absolutely not the direction I want to be progressing in, but whatever. Whoop! Alright. Righty then.
I can't remember exactly when you're meant to go through the door to the right of Samus's ship. I forget exactly what you need to open that door. But I at least know that's the way to the wrecked ship.
I'd like to stay blind, by the way, so unless I get super lost, like I don't need to know. I mean, okay, this doesn't look right. I'm supposed to probably know how to shine spark or grapple beam or something in this room. Yeah.
I think the ceiling is grapple beam.
Well, we'll be back at some point. Who needs light? Right, so, now I gotta waste another power bomb. Not entirely waste.
It's a good thing they leave that for you right there.
More super missiles would be nice. No, there's nothing in this room. Oh, there's energy refill. This heads to Meridia, doesn't it? Over this way? It heads to water at the very least. Yeah.
I think that's where you went for Kraid. I don't remember for sure.
I don't remember how I jumped up there. I must have gotten across there somehow. Let's look at the map and see where we actually are. Yeah, Meridia's over that way. There's stuff... Oh yeah, that's the room that I just tried to go in and couldn't. Well, we could go exactly the opposite of this direction. Right back where I started. Does this have a soft reset code? No, it has a start button. I mean, I could die. That's a soft reset code. Whatever, it won't take that long to backtrack. Metroid is basically just backtracking the game.
Essentially.
Except we like it in this game. Because it's exploration.
Basically, yes. Getting lost is also exploring.
Yep. I don't know why I thought I'd like, you know, just not hit that top one. Ah! Moving on. Whoop. Dang it. This thing does like no damage. You ever thought I was taking like 100 damage?
They're like diet Metroids.
I was just expecting like, I don't know, Samus Returns, where freaking everything hits you,
For a tank of damage, basically.
Yeah, more or less. Even at endgame, like, everything hits you for, like, a full tank of damage.
Even late-game enemies.
Even with both suits. Okay, yeah, we haven't even been up this way yet. This would have been the direction to go. Unless we
Makes me think of A Link to the Past, where even with all the upgraded tunics, everything is taking like 3 hearts from you.
Hooray. Let's actually use a power bomb this time. Yeah, this is new stuff in an area.
It almost looked like that one was like a dud or something.
Okay, yeah, we're heading back to the right of the unwrecked ship. The one we came here in. Look at that. Ooh. I love those nice screens that are just there for transition and don't really exist. Oh, super missile. That's what you needed to get in here? I should have power bombed. I have more of them. Gotta go for map completion.
Gotta get every corner.
Yeah, there's more up there. We could try to learn how to Shine Spark. Is there a room that teaches you how to do that?
It's somewhere in Brinstar where if you just kind of run, you'll suddenly fall through the floor and then those animals teach you.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember that.
Somewhere where like the pink rooms in Brinstar.
Yeah, this doesn't look like enough to get going. I mean, I guess we could just go from the...
This probably has like one of my favorite tracks in the game, is when the Criteria theme changes. I think it's just Samus's theme, but it's still really good.
Oh, that's a Shine Spark. Not the direction we wanted. It's cool, we got free healing.
It's a good thing the planet's atmosphere stopped her.
Yeah, just take off.
She just keeps going.
It's cool, we got free healing. We can do that as many times as we need.
Doing a vertical Shine Spark is easy, but doing a horizontal or diagonal is like much more complicated than it should be.
Yeah. Yep, that was vertical again. What's the input for doing that?
For doing what specifically?
Like a diagonal one.
I'd have to look it up. It's like you get a Shine Spark, you jump and then hold the jump button in midair, and then like let go of the jump button with the direction you want or something.
Well, that was sideways. We're getting there. Just do it underneath the ship so I can't lose that much. We'll try this a few more times, but... Not what I meant to do. I assume it won't let you just kill yourself if you run out of energy, will it?
Yeah, I think it stops at 1.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure you need health to be able to do the shine spark at all.
Right. Yeah, you might need like 50. Alright. We'll learn how to do this some other time. Maybe Miles can help out. If he's around. Anyway, we'll head back to the right of the ship.
Anytime I've done a horizontal or diagonal shine spark, it was by complete accident. It sure is really far away from where you get power bombs.
We have water. That's not what we want. Can we do anything here yet? Okay, we can go under here. Hooray! Okay, getting up this does not look tractable. Yeah, we're not gonna wall kick out of that.
Wall kicks will not work. Yeah, I don't think you can't wall jump underwater, right?
I don't think so. The spin stopped on its own.
Yeah, you probably need the gravity suit then.
Righty then. Other directions. Where else is there to go? There were probably power bomb doors over this way. Oh. Running through those blocks would have been a lot faster than whatever I did. I don't know, let's try a vertical shine spike here and still we can see if we can get anywhere. Okay, now we know where to stand. Now we actually know where to stand. Third try's a charm. Okay, that looks entirely pointless. We've drained an energy for nothing.
Pretty sure there's something around there, I remember.
Well,
you can shoot the walls somewhere, I think, up there.
I guess I can check the map.
I think it leads to like a secret with like 2 missile tanks.
Yeah. I guess it's not obvious just because there is... I don't know, I'll try one more time, but it's not obvious because there's not any indication on the map. Dang it! Keep doing it slightly too far over. Okay, really?
Forget the screw attack. I wish this was her up B in Smash Brothers.
Sounded like something happened, but nothing here. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's happening. Oh, never mind, there was a hole in the wall. I missed it.
Yeah, I knew there was something up there.
Up. Oh, that may be a little bit of a pain to get to. Really? Is there an invisible ceiling here?
Those corners, man.
turning around too soon, I think. Forgotten how to wall jump now. Should have practiced that before starting, at least. There we go.
I'm still amazed how much complex movement they've been able to put into this game.
Progress. Entirely optional progress, no doubt.
Yeah, this is acid. Variasuit's not gonna help you with that. You know, between lava and acid, I would have thought that lava wouldn't be the more dangerous thing, but apparently not.
Oh shoot, that's probably a death. Sheesh. This seems unnecessarily hostile for somewhere that I had to do crazy things to get to in the first place. Aha!
You may or may not have been intended to go here this early.
It was worth the trek, though. If
Oh
I can...
wow, that's better than I remember then. I thought it was just like for 2 missile tanks. But I'm probably thinking of elsewhere up here.
I will take that. Plus 25 HP. Or percent HP. Can I use anything other than...
confidence.
Can I use anything other than missiles on these? No? Cool. Hopefully I can make it back then. Power bombs, please? No? Okay, cool. Boy, these frozen things remind me of those, I forget the name of the enemy in a new Super Mario Bros. Wii. The one that's
Which world?
5, like the one that's a bunch of brambles. I think they were in U as well.
Oh, I'd have to see those again.
Yep. Power bombs, please. That was my
Not
last...
even a charge shot can break those?
Oh, I didn't try. I don't know if I tried.
I mean, I'm not sure if it would work, but...
Alright, well, we made it out alive. That's a plus. And then we're trapped because we just can't get out of this area. Cool.
Don't you hate when cave walls grow back?
Putting our optional mechanics to use.
Okay, I actually remember the general direction of where you should go, but if you want me to not tell you, just say so.
General direction is clearly up and to the left. Shine sparks like 10 more times.
I'm sure there's something up there.
I assume it's rightward someplace, but maybe not. Maybe there's just some random power bomb door on this left path.
It's not up here.
Yeah, wouldn't figure. Like, vague directionally, are we talking, like, north-airward? Or...
Mm-hmm. Very down. North-air down. I forgot about another boss that you can hardly consider a boss.
Right, I never fought Crocomire. I swear like I did that last time.
Go.
I'm pretty sure I did do that last time.
He's kind of forgettable that way.
Well, he's not forgettable. I definitely remember him. He's just in a place.
No, I completely forgot about him.
I don't know why I went this way. I already know there's nothing here. One-way door? Hello? Okay, there we go. Is this Mario Maker now? Boy, chat is quiet tonight.
So it would seem.
They're like, okay, cool. He doesn't know where he is anymore. Time to stop watching. Because when I know what I'm doing, I'm clearly so much better a video game player. Gosh, I love rooms like that one that I went through and probably made unnecessarily difficult. I'm heading towards a dead end again, aren't I? Yeah, I think the actual exit is to the left. Is this... No, this is still Brinstar. Where is Norfair? Huh. Oh, that just means... What does that mean? What does the M over there mean?
Missile refill? No. That's what that missile has.
Yeah, I'd assume that's what that means. Oh, there's Norfair. It's barely off the bottom of the screen. Boy, all those screens we couldn't get through before. I think I'm gonna go back that way instead. See if I can rustle up a few optional things before I head northward. Whoop. That's the path we wanted, right? Yeah. Left, I should say. Yeah, Norfair's over that away.
So the most recent part of Dragon Quest XI that I watched today really had me just... I was in awe.
We ever ended up down here because we could run earlier. Oh, there was a room in Brinstar that you needed speed for. I don't think I ever did that room. Oh, can't go through this, can I?
I think it's the Shine Spark tutorial room. Or at least if it's the one I'm thinking of.
It was worth a shot. Now I gotta loop around, dang it. That's kind of obnoxious.
If only we could get a beam that goes through walls.
I know, right? Shoot, do I really have to go all the way around?
Super Mario and Bo, welcome. Welcome.
Is there anything worth my time over there? Because that's going to take a long time to loop around to. Also, what is this on the map? Why is there just nothing? There's a path just completely disconnected from everything currently.
I have no idea.
I don't think there's any progression in Brinstar left.
You might find a missile
the green part
tank beyond that Shine Spark tutorial area, but I'm not sure. It's been a while.
Yeah, well, we got one extra E-tank, energy tank, so we're probably good for now.
No, I think it's still called E-tank. I think it still fits.
I'd say reserve tank, but I think that's a different sort of thing.
Yes, it is. And I think they're only in this game, honestly. I don't remember.
Oh, that was an energy refill room? Okay, how did we get across this earlier?
Technically, SMNB, there are 3 of us here, but we're doing fine.
No, I'm just really good at changing my voice.
I don't know if that's how I got up there before, or somehow I doubt it. Yeah, I distinctly remember this room. How did I get across that before?
I mean, there's no wrong way to do things in Super Metroid.
Yeah, this is where I got the Spazer before. We could break this glass and then end up in a world of hurt. No doubt.
Or just have a really slow time getting out of there.
Alright, we have Cradeward stuff.
I think at some point or another you actually do have to powerbomb that area.
I'd assume so. Otherwise,
Well, yeah,
I wouldn't remember it. Yeah. Rightward is Cradeward, and I don't think there's anything I didn't get from the looks of the map. I mean, it's not barring.
Yeah, it's a pretty small area over there.
This is where all the zillion missile doors were. Let's actually look at the map. Okay, there's a direction we haven't gone. Let's go that way. Oh, the M probably stands for map. That's where you get like the full map
That
to the
would make
place.
sense, yes.
Because I have that for Brinstar, and don't have that for here. It's probably in some totally disconnected area, just like a Mustard Mountain in Amazing Mirror. Oh, or here. Literally right here. Oh, okay. That's a lot more stuff. But yes, downward and right seems like a direction to go.
Yeah, I think it's in that the room where you're supposed to run past the doors. At least a direction to go to.
Why are the triggers for all of these things 2 pixels wide? And in the direction opposite where you first land on them. Oh, I should turn off power bombs. Nope, can't go this way. I mean, I can try. Alright.
I think you can, like, force those doors open with a really well-aimed beam shot.
Okay, so our options are try to loop around. Seems like a reasonable thing to do.
What's down and left, or down and right there?
Down and right is that door that I couldn't go through.
Oh, right.
Up and right doesn't seem like anything. Down and left probably ends me in a dead end. So I'm just going to assume it's this way. Right. I have been in this room before. Really, guys? Really, guys?
Oh, you were so close to just being able to plow through them.
Oh, I was probably supposed to continue. No, never mind. Okay, I've been in this room before. Looks like there are things. Nope, another door I can't go through. Okay. So my options are further right. Bubble Mountain. And left. Oh. There's something above the save room.
Hey, Miles Luigi's come to help us out here. Yeah, there's like a room somewhere with like a bunch of doors you're supposed to run past. And I think you can powerbomb somewhere around there.
Congrats on surviving Gauntlet, JD Aster.
You're meant to go there a lot later in the game, aren't you?
Probably.
Yes. Like, you can get there early, but in case you couldn't tell from the acid that's in that room, it's not intended to get at the point in the game you're at. So, congrats on surviving it.
What does happen if you run out of power bombs in there?
You can use regular bombs to break the walls, but doing so is just a massive hassle.
Wow. Mid-air bomb placements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I remember, it's like... When I remember getting lost in this game, it was definitely after getting power bombs and then Meridia, like all of Meridia, are the major getting stuck areas.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I will say you're in the correct section of the game, Norfair, but I won't say anything else.
I mean, the game kind of very explicitly almost... Okay, I haven't been this way, I imagine.
Yeah, this was the room I was thinking of.
Alright, this looks...
I just could not remember exactly where this room was.
I mean, I had kind of run out of directions to go, other than trying to find some off-path in Bubble Mountain somewhere. These guys are new. Just as weak, but new. I'll let that one live. Oh, okay. Pfft, that knockback.
I think they don't want you going back up there.
Oh, whatever. This is just frame-perfect jumps the whole way. Doof.
Hey, that plane game stuff we were talking about earlier is relevant.
I mean, this is definitely not frame-perfect, but getting rid of those guys is a little obnoxious. Reminds me of trying to do, what's the name of that course? One of the gold leaf stars in Super Mario Galaxy without the bee suit. Just long jumping from flower platform to flower platform.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've never done that without it.
Not fun. Would not recommend. Okay, we're a little bit better suited to going down 30-degree slopes. But this is...
Hey, that's just training for Breakdown Road in Odyssey.
Aha! A super missile door. Let's save before we do anything.
A save room right before a single passage to go through. I wonder what's waiting for you.
Perhaps that boss that I did on my old file, and not this one. Which means I found where to go then! But still didn't have the spacer. Okay, this doesn't... This looks... directional. Oh, never mind.
I guess spacer is the one thing that's optional, isn't it? As far as beams go.
That is correct.
Who needs...
Just seems odd. Like, here's this one single beam that's optional.
Who needs double the power?
And when you do sequence breaking stuff, you actually literally only need to get the ice beam, all things
Why would
considered.
I even go this way? Okay, that's just a missile tank. Is it even worth... Well, first of all, I don't think I can do it. I probably need the grapple beam.
Only there were like a boss that would give us the grapple beam.
I know, right?
But yeah, only ice beam is technically mandatory, but good luck if you just try to play through the game with only the ice beam. It'd be miserable.
What exactly is the ice beam literally required for, exactly? Is it Metroids?
Metroids!
Yeah, figured.
Kill Metroids, actually. Now that I think about it, there is a method to kill Metroids without the ice beam, but it's horrible. I'll have to take a look at the low percent runs for Super Metroid again to see if it is possible to do it without any beam upgrades. One sec.
I would like more super missiles, please. I would like to not shoot them into a wall. That'd be ideal. This seems Crocomirian. Alright, that did nothing. That did less nothing.
Don't be like me and waste all your missiles on the sky. Charge shots are all you need.
I slightly stand corrected because the low percent categories, there's multiple of them, and they all end up at 14%. And one of them is 14% ice, but there's also 14% speed and 14% chargeless. So it is possible without the ice beam, but that's even more painful.
Well, good to know.
Don't.
I can't even begin to imagine how many categories there are for this game, though.
Well, if you want to do low percent, you've got 3 different ways to do it, so...
It's like that Dream Team boss that everyone hates.
Which one?
Maybe I'm thinking of the other game. Just every tug of war boss ever, really. And also Wart. It likes shooting projectiles right where I'm trying to shoot mine. It's almost like I'll need grapple beam to get back over here when I somehow end up on the other side of this acid pit, or vice versa.
What Mario and Luigi boss were you thinking of though? I'm trying to remember.
I thought that there was like the one in Wakeport. You have to like do stuff. Like you have to like fight it into hello.
There's there's that one in.
That
where
was
you're
not
like.
That was not smart. Not in the slightest. We almost
Where
made
the-
it.
It's so tempting.
Let's not run into the spikes this time. How did this not happen last time? Was I like I ran into the spikes?
I remember that one boss in Dream Team where he's sleeping and constantly healing. It's kind of similar.
Yep.
Should have been a second part to the fight there.
Now fight dry, Crocomire. Up.
He's gonna be considered his own separate character.
Hey.
And he's all you're going to see on Mario Kart 8 Online.
Hey, there's the one dedicated large me main. Whoop. Sure, we'll save. We'll moonwalk into the save room. I want to go up there.
Does that one platform not move?
It moves down.
It just looks like it's more important.
I don't know if it moves other directions. I haven't made it do that yet. There's that guy at the top of the screen, which I can't do anything with. Presumably I meant to grapple on him.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
It's more fun to do things without that. The more fun way would be to go in there, get the grapple beam, and see how much easier this is now? Boy, I'd better get a plasma beam around here someplace, because these number of one-way doors is starting to approach, like, I don't know, levels of some other thing. Oh, right.
I think it's the... You're thinking of the wave beam that goes through walls.
Yeah, same difference.
They're all gonna stack up to the same thing anyway at the end.
Is plasma beam
More
a
or
thing,
less.
or is that just a,
Yes, it is. It is a thing. Not for a long time, though.
well,
It's good though. I highly recommend you find it when you find it.
Who needs another doubling of power? I don't think it's double, but I think only the first one is double. Right, continuing down. We have a dead end. That is absolutely a dead end. Okay, so it is.
Yeah, you'd have to reach the planet's core eventually. Can't just keep going down.
Well, that was smooth. This seems like yet another grapple beam room. Meaning I almost certainly took a wrong turn at some point. These go down.
This looks more like a run really fast room.
On what?
I mean, there's like a ramp right in the beginning part of the room there.
Sigh. This is like Breakdown Road, but with no, no bullet bills chasing and just really, really slow.
So all the challenge gone.
Okay, you can't blow that up. Maybe you can run through it, though. Is there enough room to run here? I don't think so. This isn't Mario 3. Oh, didn't mean to... Oh, you can break those, though. Aha.
It all comes together.
Maybe let's actually make the jump this time. Now, if only we had the grapple beam to get back from here. Hey, I was right this time.
Be, Be glad you're not playing Zero Mission, because they make you do very specific jumps like that all the time at the end. If you're going after 100% at least.
Maybe we should hold down the button, not just assume it'll instantly teleport us to the end of the arc. Yep.
Yeah, the grapple beam is kind of awkward. You'll have to learn it.
There we go.
It's the grapple beam and the space jump are very finicky. The grapple beam is basically like the anti-speedrunner's weapon. Anything you can get with the grapple beam, you can get by extreme speedrunning methods.
Dang it. It's like, let's just wall kick out of this, it's probably faster. Dang it.
If only you could ledge grab. Maybe next game.
Yeah, like maybe they did that already. Don't know why I engaged that guy. Alright. There's probably a setting to make it remember. Oh. Let's face the other way this time.
I mean, you can still swing backwards, can't you?
It didn't seem like it was letting me. Fun for all. Not what we meant to do, but I guess it works.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, this thing just does not go where it looks like it should. Ah.
Yeah, as a fun, like, not super practical, but interesting to know application of the grapple beam is you can actually grapple pickups from enemies.
Can I be done yet with the grappling? Ah!
Be nice if there was something that lets you jump an infinite number of times later in the game.
Or underwater.
Reminds me of using the hook shot to grab things in Zelda games.
Sigh.
I don't even remember if the grapple beam is in later games.
It's in Zero Mission, or not Zero Mission, Samus Returns, but I don't remember it being. Boy, this thing just does not know what it wants to do. Oh, I'm thoroughly getting all of my controls confused now. Can we heal a bit before using that save?
You know, I do have to wonder what the benefit of reserve tanks are when they could just, you know, give you another energy tank.
There we go. Now we can go back and get the one in Crocomire's room, which will be nice. Which is... which direction again? Kind of up. Oh, but first I guess we can go over to the left.
You should just look for the really long horizontal room.
Up.
It's not quite a donut block. Don't worry, I don't think frequent grappling is going to be much of a thing in this game.
Sweet, the thing that I needed more of, and not super missiles. This is an interestingly designed little room, though. Let us save yet again. It's free.
I always hate those rooms in games where it looks like there should be something else to it. Reminds me of Super Paper Mario in the 7-4, where there's that one NIMBY that's unconscious, and I thought you had to do something there for the longest time.
It sounds like 7-4.
Yeah. Dead ends and not knowing what to do.
What?
If there's one thing I remember doing with the grapple beam, it was like mashing it so that I could inch forward on the block, sort of.
That's my problem. I was still holding the angle shot.
Yeah, there's a recommendation. You just figured it out too. Just hold straight up, then shoot the grapple beam. It usually makes these sections a little bit easier if you're not too accustomed to it.
Yeah, I was getting my my
yeah, it
controls
doesn't like diagonal
confused
shooting,
again.
does it?
So if you can get used to the timing, like being able to time diagonal shots and swing across grapple sections feels really satisfying, but you do need to learn the timing because you have to hit one of the blocks, and it's possible to just hit like the section in between blocks and then you don't grapple onto anything.
I can't help but wonder why those doors are flashing sometimes.
I think that just means I killed all the boss in it.
Killed all the boss.
Killed all the boss. It does signify the boss has been killed, you may leave.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh. I have so many direction to go. Two of them. Let's go this way, because I think this was a one-way door before. And it will no longer be. Yeah, I didn't think. They look sufficiently gray to be invulnerable to that. I wonder where the unwritten rule in video games is, where things that are not affected are gray. Or gold, I suppose. Right, continue past the energy room. Somehow I managed to lose 40 energy in that tiny amount of time since I last went here. Oh boy.
I like how they give you an energy room before or something like this.
Have you no faith?
Yeah, right. Just in case the grapple beam decides to be the grapple beam.
Why does it sometimes decide I shouldn't go backwards? Right then. More one-way doors. Oh, I don't even know if I knew that connected to this. We have a super missile door that no, that's a power bomb door. Same difference. Probably couldn't go in before.
I like how super missiles and power bombs basically just become relegated to opening doors. No combat applications, because you don't want to waste them.
Well, we have a door that we cannot access, I assume. Unless this is another test! Something energy tank! You know I'd do that if there were a save room, like, right by it. Unquestionably, I would do that. I tried it so hard a couple of times in Samus Returns. It's like, I know you don't want me to do this, but I want to do this.
If you don't, then the game wins.
I presume that that head on the screen is probably a Ridley.
Well, it sure looks an awful lot like him. Reminds me of that big, Dodongo thing in Dodongo's Cavern in Ocarina of Time.
Alright. Was this a direction we couldn't go before, or did I just whip? Alright. We went through this room, taking every possible hit twice. We went through it perfectly. What are we doing now?
I still can't help but call this the Slim Room. If this were Super Paper Mario, that's totally what they'd want you to be using here.
Yeah, how exactly did I take damage on every single obstacle twice in that room the first time through? It's not at all difficult. Not in the slightest. I don't think there's enough room to run. Oh, we can grapple? Question mark? Nope. Decidedly not. What anti-grappling technology is this? Well, we can go across the top at any rate. There are other
I want
doors.
you to have too much fun.
Yeah, just got this fancy new grappling hook. Don't use it everywhere. Can't have you using it in every single room.
Isn't that the eternal curse with grappling hooks in video games? You can never use it as much as you want to.
I mean, to be fair, maybe I did. Maybe I could go through this room before. I'm like, you know, screw it.
You got some platforming to do.
The platforming I don't mind. The one enemy is apparently too much. Yep. Or I could just run right off the platform.
This kind of reminds me of this one platforming challenge from the Wario World game on GameCube.
I wish this guy would stop respawning, because he's just... I guess I could hold a charge going into that room next time. There we go. Frickin' one stalactite getting in my way there.
Oh, that's solid? I thought that was just environment.
Apparently!
Nope, that's solid.
Boy, this guy is stingy with the health pickups. To be fair, he dies in like 3 hits at point blank, so it's only fair.
Boy, if this were Mega Man, this would be the perfect area to use the shield weapon.
All that for a missile. And the right half of this room. Which contains grappling. Hey, it does this time. Doesn't appear to be too much more in this corner, though.
I guess it's a good thing you didn't make it up there earlier in the game. You just would have been met with grappling points you can't do anything with.
Shoot, wrong direction! What? What is... what I? Where? Can I get back up here, please? Okay.
Oof, we just saw you fall on stream. Oof. You're getting there, though. There's a reward for completing this.
-5 missiles. Let's not suck this time.
Reminds me of the Rupor in Skyward Sword. Somehow acquiring a thing makes you lose money.
It's all fiat.
You know, I like how those spikes are also fall-through blocks just to add insult to injury. Literally.
I didn't fall off and then did. Oh boy, this is going to be the next 15 minutes of the stream. So how was your day?
I had to call a lot of internet service providers and be like, hey, my customer's internet's not working, please fix. That was my day.
I spent my day crashing Paper Mario.
The best of days, man.
Right. So let's.
I think you've been collabing with Strider too much.
I'm about to say you're learning the way of the anti-guy, JD Aster. Careful, your clothes might turn black.
Why do I always stop at 4?
Next thing, you're gonna discover that every NPC in Paper Mario is just a reskinned blue toad.
Well, now that we've opened all the one-way doors. We no longer have to open the one-way doors.
You got wave beam.
Now is that the one that does not stack with Spazer? I forget.
Oh,
Wave beam will stack. Wave
Oh,
beam
okay.
shoots through walls, so all those one-way gates are no longer one-way gates. Well, except for the ones that require missiles, but...
oh yeah. My shots are kind of sidewinding around.
Yeah, have fun shooting through walls and gates.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the last beam upgrade that doesn't stack with things.
So now if we have reason to go back to Brinstar, there's a lot more things one can do. There's a little... Thanks for getting me hit, like, I'm assuming there's nothing in that corner of that room, which seems like a poor assumption, so let's test that. Ah, come on!
You know, somewhere in the world can say, excuse me, that they died by pausing the game.
Okay, I was gonna say, it's like I must have gotten through here before somehow. Was there a... What was there this way? I don't remember. This is probably where we got the speed booster, actually. I just want to see if... Yeah. There doesn't appear to be anything here, just map squares. Righty then. Time to hit that one area above the save block, if we can save room if we can.
That's what Metroid needs, blocks instead of rooms for that.
I mean, everything's blocks. Everything's just a 16 by 16 pixel block at some level or another.
This entire planet is just made of blocks.
I'm always afraid to let go of R, because R feels like a grappling button. It's almost like I'm used to hitting a button in that area to grab in a game. I don't know what would give me that idea.
Cool. Be cool if there was a game where Samus could, like, fight people and use the grappling beam to grab them.
Yeah, with a button on the right shoulder. That'd be
If only.
That'd be so silly.
If only a game like that could come out this holiday season.
For $59.99.
I'm shading, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, Dark Samus is in that game. There's a Dark Samus, apparently. No. I know nothing about the Prime series, and I'm not going to attempt to make jokes about it.
I mean, that's really all there is to Dark Samus. It's a Dark Samus.
Made of Phazon or something.
Which is basically just natural nuclear waste, I guess. I don't know.
It glows blue. It corrupts!
I hope this is the correct direction to be backtracking. This seems like a direction, at the very least. I'm trying to remember any particular places I was blocked by wave beam-esque things. Other
Brinstar.
than, yeah, other than in Brinstar. But I mean, Brinstar is a place. Okay, are we heading? Yeah, we're heading. Yeah, the Ridley room or Ridley head looking thing room. We were not blocked by one-way doors. Alrighty, let us head. Nothing of consequence over this way. So, this way it is.
You can tell if somebody's played Melee before playing this game if they call Kraid Slayer Brinstar depths. Like me. When I was going to Kraid the first time, I was like, man, where's all the red lava? And a platform that he spins around.
Yeah, was that supposed to have been based on this game at the time? Because what else would have come out?
I highly doubt it.
I have no idea.
I mean, what other... I mean, I guess, like... No, what other Metroid games came out between this and then? This was a dormant series at the time.
I always got the impression Melee was referencing the first game, but I'm not the one to know for sure.
I mean, I guess it could be the
The
first
music's
game.
from the first Metroid, so it makes sense.
That's what I figure.
Either way, they weren't spinning platforms. I'm pretty sure.
They just really needed another stage gimmick for that game.
Yeah, good luck programming rotational elements and sprites on the NES.
Hey, they tried. Butter building's a thing.
Fair point.
Well, those aren't sprites, those are... I guess I don't know what those are, honestly. Does this always spawn a power bomb? Because that'd be nice and convenient.
The power bomb dispenser. I mean, hey, the space pirates got to get around the planet too.
I forget what blocked my path here. I think it was grappling things. Yeah. Didn't even mean to kill that one. Well. Ah, way to disappear right before I got there. Ah! Dang it! Quit spawning enemies like right on the edge of platforms.
Health pickups look weird. Like, I don't know why a purple glowing orb is supposed to signify energy.
I mean, what else does energy look like? Ah! Skip it! Invincibility frames! Okay, I was asking for that one. Ah, really? This had better be worth it.
Yeah, there's some roadblocks here if you want to not grapple.
There we are. We're mostly there. I'm going to assume I don't want to fall down there if I can help it.
Well, you'd want to if you're that desperate for map completion.
Only if you want the map squares. And there's a hack of Super Metroid that all it does is display how many map squares you've acquired.
This seems...
So it's Final Fantasy 4 DS mode.
This seems entirely necessary.
Ah, the noob scope.
You could also use it for some ridiculous out-of-bounds shenanigans, but otherwise, yeah, this will help you find secrets, and any veteran player, unless they're doing out-of-bounds shenanigans, probably doesn't need it. But for you, JDSter, this is actually not that bad of a weapon power-up to pick up.
Yeah, now there's basically no excuse for not knowing where to go, or what to blow up exactly.
Ah, I can't shoot the X-ray scope.
Maybe if you leave it on an enemy for 15 minutes, it'll eventually kill them, because it's an X-ray scope.
Frickin' A. I'm gonna die in this room trying to get back. Dang it, dang it. I can only take like one more hit on these spikes. And I don't even remember the last time I saved.
Oof. Don't die.
We'll be past the spikes in one more swing, but now we need to survive. Well, almost all the spikes. Please tell me these drop missiles. Health, please. Game. Don't make me die just freaking walking across these little platforms on the way back. Shoot, these don't respawn. Nothing respawns in this room. Secret path? No? Cool.
Of all the rooms to not put a secret in.
I am gonna be so mad if I jump into these spikes. Of all the frickin' collectibles to die getting. Alrighty. Oh, nice. One of those guys.
Go save.
Yes. I intend to do so. I feel like you do always drop this power bomb. Where's the save? Up that way. Sheesh. But there's an energy respawn down that way. They're shooting below us.
Don't worry about it. I've been quiet too. I've just been focusing on a little other thing of my own.
There we go. Much better. Now that we have that entirely optional item.
Good on you for not cracking under the pressure back there.
Took all the unnecessary hits on the way out. Fewer on the way in. Okay. Yeah, no. Unfreeze, please.
Just think, if you didn't get that really difficult energy tank, you might not have survived that room.
Every stupid putting myself in unnecessary danger makes me slightly less likely to die putting myself in unnecessary danger the next time.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Hopefully.
Alright, now we can head backwards.
What the hell is going on with Google? Jesus.
No doubt there are plenty of things. This still isn't gonna let me go through one-way super missile doors, presumably.
I think you can, like, if you aim super precisely with a super missile, you can make it so it barely hits the switch on the doors.
Not a recommended trick to try because it's very precise and
Yeah.
you're more likely to blow away all your super missiles trying it.
Given that all of them is 5 at the moment, that's fairly likely.
Yeah, it's not a thing you can do in 5 attempts.
Well, we apparently never went back here, which is not at all surprising. Oh, one of these rooms. No big...
Boy, good luck not taking a hit when you first walk in there. Jeez.
Okay, is there any point to this room? Surely. Yeah. Another boss! Or more power bombs.
Yeah. You know, there's the whole tiling here reminds me that there's an energy tank you can go back and get. Here, where you got Morph Ball, since you have high jump boots now.
Right.
if it feels worth it to you.
I mean, we're kind of heading in that direction now, correct?
No wonder it reminded me of it. It is that area.
Is it down from here?
It's just to the right, isn't it?
Is it? Maybe it is.
Down and right, maybe?
There's nothing down from the looks of it.
This one is especially satisfying to go back and get.
It's literally free. Would have been nice, like, you know, a couple of rooms ago. I don't know if Criteria has much for me at the moment.
There's something under where Mother Brain used to be. I think it's you power bomb, and there's something below there.
Yeah, seems believable, I suppose.
It's probably just more power bombs, but hey.
Yeah, this seems not helpful. Let's go back down. Which way is that from here? I think that might be further up this way. More towards that map. But if it isn't, at least we have map squares to go for that way. Whoop, didn't mean to do that.
Did you use a power bomb back there without it blowing up?
Hmm?
For some reason, it looked like when you lost one of your power bombs, but I didn't see it go off.
I think I just used one on accident and just sort of like, eh.
I just didn't see the explosion, was the thing.
Solo grappling beam block. This seems fun. Oh. Alrighty then. That makes physical sense. That makes logical sense. Obviously. Super missiles, dang it! Why on earth do I get 6 energy tanks before I get a second super missile pickup?
Oh, Steam kinda went wonky there on YouTube for a sec.
Ooh, it's not just me. I'm watching on Twitch, and yeah, it's going out.
Nice drop
It
frames
looks fine
there.
now.
Yeah, I had to refresh.
Yeah, same. Must have just been a stutter.
Yeah, sorry about that. Dropped like 4 seconds of footage. Shouldn't be that important. Yes, I realized there was probably a way to not wall jump up that. Oh, I like how I shot those at the same time.
What's the point of those spikes in there?
I don't know. I was wondering that.
Like, if you really want a self-imposed challenge.
Oh, did we determine that there's a power bomb thing underneath where you get the charge beam? Because that seems like it might be a way to get to that
Oh
area.
yeah, wasn't there a
not been
single
yet.
power bomb blocking it?
Yep. That seemed like the most logical way to get this to this part of the map. You only missed like a revolution of the grapple. Yeah, probably not much. Gosh, I think that's the first time I've ever lost frames on a stream. A stream that wasn't having obvious technical problems for minute 1, at least.
That was still weird, though.
Yeah, thankfully it's not the whole stream like that.
Is there enough room to wall jump off this? Yes, but I freaking flew too far. Speed booster, obviously. That makes total logical sense. Guess I come back here when I have the gravity suit if I can't make this wall jump.
Because again, God forbid Samus knows how to grab ledges in this game.
I think the wall starts further down than it looks. Because she's not even going into her. There we go. No doubt that was all pointless.
It's the principle of the matter that counts.
Uh-huh. Yep. Righty then. That
I
was
like how they put this up here just to be like, in case you get up here, here's what you're missing.
I want my power bomb back. I demand a refund.
Go back to that one that dispenses in Brinstar.
Oh, you're gonna make me spend another to get out, too. What a ripoff. Righty then. That's that part of the map solved. Can't do anything yet, but it's there. We're about this close to finishing off all the visible parts of Brinstar, so I guess after that point... I don't know. Meridia word? Check out Criteria? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do in Norfair. There's a save block up this way. I'm gonna continue calling them that. Hey, we can grapple across the top. I don't think that does us anything, but we can do it. Yep. Yep.
You know, just in case you haven't figured out wall jumping yet.
Did I wall jump up here? I don't remember.
Well, I know you can at the very least.
Yeah, that looks a little awkward to get around that corner, but not the worst. Suffice it to say, I did not. Oh, is that where it... No, the exit is further up. Let's save, because there's a save. Be nice to at least get to the next major boss this stream.
Be one to go to the wrecked ship then.
Yeah, still haven't gotten anywhere near there. I think there...
Well, being on Criteria counts as being near, sort of.
True. Yeah, there was stuff to grapple to there that I never did, so that would be the obvious next place to go now that we've done all the rest of the stuff around here. But let me check out those couple of screens over this way first.
I like how you go really far down into Norfair for the grapple beam, just for them to be like, hey, maybe you should go back up to where your ship is.
Up. I guess we're going to wall kick all the way up here, right?
Surely those blocks don't respawn.
Like 40 minutes or so?
I don't think it's that. It's probably...
You know what? Maybe I should have actually seen what was down there before doing that. Given that I hit the end of the room, probably not much.
I'm just always so paranoid that there's like a missile tank in the wall somewhere. Like everywhere in this
they'd
game.
show it, right? They wouldn't be that mean.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like there's 230 of these missiles, are there?
Yet another save block. Why not?
Now you're pretty paranoid about saving more frequently.
You never know when I might find a spike room to lose 493 of my remaining energy on.
Hey, if there's one thing I've learned from watching YouTuber The King Nappy, it's that only you can prevent lost save data. So make sure you save your game before any wild shit goes down.
But can you
Honestly,
save it from a rogue thwomp? Don't be a Luigi. Pay $19.99 a year for Nintendo Switch Online, which is basically the same as it was before it was $19.99.
And just don't let your membership run out, else all that saved data is gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to re-record my second community challenges video if I wasn't able to pull my save from cloud backup. So it saved me.
I'm still paranoid that Pokemon Bank's just gonna expire at some point, and they're just gonna delete everything.
Just one day randomly, oh yeah, we've stopped supporting Pokemon Bank.
Good thing I'm so into Gen 7 and play it every day, so I'd obviously know. One of these days I'll finish Melee Island in the Ultra games.
I've beaten it once, I've never been able to get past that island ever since. Hey kids, do you like forced trainers school areas?
Where are we? Wrecked ship. Oh, it even says it on the map. Hey, look, a save point. 10% of this stream was spent saving. Just like people like to complain that 4%...
It's better than having to redo 90% of the stream.
Just like people like to complain that 1% of Super Mario Odyssey is You Got a Moon cutscene. It's like, whatever, man. It's short enough.
At least it's not Skyward Sword where, like, 40 minutes of your game time is going to be looking at things you collect.
It's a neat little jingle, the font's nice, and you get to play rock, paper, scissors with Mario.
I still love that Chugga counted exactly how much of your time is spent in Skyward Sword picking up things.
Somehow I watched that. I didn't. I somehow remember seeing that, but I haven't watched that. Also, hello, destructible blocks.
I think it was the finale of that LP he did it.
Or non-destructible blocks that just made me paranoid that they'd be destructible.
Oh yeah, now you can't use your safe method, can you?
Yep, they're destructible. Right, progress. Proceeds to try to wall kick up the left face of this. Because there's an item up there!
Yeah, maybe there's another passage in there.
There is an item up there, but I don't think I can get up to running speed to shine spark my way up there. Yep.
me wishes more Metroid games took place at like the surface of the planet instead of just going underground.
Yeah, we can see some nice backgrounds like this one. And this one.
Hey, you gotta appreciate dark skies like this.
Well, don't be afraid to go in the water, but yeah, you're gonna have very reduced movement.
It's almost like wearing a big metal suit underwater. Cuts your movement a little bit.
So reiterating what I was saying earlier, because obviously it somehow got covered up. How much longer were you planning to stream for?
Until I get to a boss, preferably, which I assume one is coming soonish, now that we've actually made some forward progress. Let's try making that forward progress above the water this time. Oh, that's grapples.
A worse punishment than taking damage is falling into the water.
Up. One of these times I'll remember which button to let go of.
And if you really don't want to deal with all this platforming, you could instead Shine Spark all the way across the gap.
Yeah, it seems possible. Whether it's probable or not, I would doubt.
I was gonna say, was Miles making an impossible suggestion back there?
No, it actually wasn't. It's a trick that speedrunners
Yeah.
do because it was the fastest way through this room.
I wish I knew how to shine spark like that, so I wouldn't have to do this.
I'm about to say, take a look at like around one of the AGDQs, SGDQs around like 2013 to 2015. I want to say that's around when they used the trick. Yeah, just Shine Spark across this entire gap.
Yeah.
Speedrunners are terrifying.
Of Super Metroid especially, yes they are. Like, this game has a very high skill cap, and anybody who speedruns this game is like super duper skilled at it. Welcome to the wrecked ship, by the way.
I mean, they don't count the game in time. Isn't it by frames these days? How fast you complete the game?
I guess.
Nice in-operational save room we got there.
There's no power. It won't work without power.
Sure hope there's a way to turn on the power in here.
I will say that there is actually a boss in this area.
I assume we have one per named area, aside from maybe the first.
No, Criteria had that fake Jozo statue, which is totally a boss.
Hello, enemies. I see none. Or maybe just an unfunctional door. Nope. Just two
I think you do
non-functional
have to
doors.
go in here, don't you?
Probably, just not now. All I've seen are a couple of skulls, and those seem to be respawny type things.
I think there's somewhere below where you have to, like, bomb.
Whoops, did I just... No, I didn't. I thought I just shot a super missile. It's like, how did I even select that? Yet another thing I can't do. Yet another thing I can't do, which means there must be more holes in floors. Uh-huh.
And despite what Nintendo says, this is totally the same ship from Zero Mission.
Alright, game. Where are your secrets? I can shoot, that would probably be easier. Damage through a door. What have we got? We have a non-functional robot. Another non-functional robot. A boss. A not boss on the other side.
If I remember, you want to turn off the ice beam for the boss here.
Yet another...
I think for some reason he has like a bad reaction to that, let's say.
Yeah, we did like all of Metroid Zero mission without the ice beam. Might as well do this with it. Or not Zero mission, dang it. 0+1 mission. Unless there's like literally... Unless I literally can't do damage, we'll at least try this the blind way. Where I just fire things.
Well, this is the boss that
I forgot you could do that.
can give a lot of people a lot of trouble, so let's see how you do first try here, JD.
I forgot you could do that with bombs.
So many missile drops.
Hello, Phantoon.
It's kind of hard to take a name like that seriously, though. But yeah, he can be pretty dang tricky. Thankfully, those fires actually do drop health.
Not enough to recover 80 per hit taken. Frickin' A, quit spawning directly on top of me. Please? Oh, how did I take that much damage? Could you stop fricking Bowser Super Mario Worlding me? Seems I've done damage. I'm getting serious Nat Attack vibes. They really don't like dropping health.
I feel like you want to always be aiming up here, just in case something tries to drop on you.
Should really be aiming slightly clockwise. These things just only have hitboxes when they want to. Almost got out of that without taking a hit that time.
Well, good luck, JD Esther. It looks like my pal Pop-Tart's ready to stream some Zoom, so I'm gonna bail. Good luck on Phantoon. Don't give up. If you die, try again.
Take it easy, Miles.
See you around.
Cool, I just saved. There's a save room in this. Dang it, every time I think I've avoided taking damage. The one that's like one slightly further clockwise hits me.
It's a good thing bosses in games turn red when you're about to beat them, so you know how well you're doing.
That looks like a death. That would appear to be a death. And now he goes into Gygas mode.
Better start praying. I'll just say it's a good thing you didn't use super missiles on him.
Yeah, that didn't seem like that would be easy to aim.
That, and he has a special pattern he does if you hit him with super missiles. It kind of takes him off.
There you go.
At the sheer imprudence of it all. It's like you only have 3 of those things, man. Do they avoid that pattern or intentionally try to trigger that pattern in speedruns?
I actually do not know. Because I think he is vulnerable during it. He basically appears at the top, in the middle, and starts shooting like these arcs of fire at you.
Alright, now that we can save, we're going to not save, and we're going to go in the room underneath the save block instead. That door wasn't there before, I don't think. At the very least, it wasn't operational. Yeah, we'll explore more of this area, and then we'll call it a stream.
It's convenient that the door going into the wreck ship was still working.
Right, let's comb this from bottom to top. Because going up is clearly the more natural direction. I suppose there's a room here. Let's do that first.
The old Luigi's Mansion effect of beating ghosts to turn the power on.
We chose correctly. Oh, there was a map station. That's what's at the bottom. Yeah, that seems like the correct place to go first.
Here, just in case you spent your super missiles on Phantoon, here's a few.
Oh, this looks relatively small, all things considered.
I think it is definitely the smallest area in the game.
You can move robots. Also, random Rinka.
I think even the final area is bigger than this. It really is early training for Rinkas, huh?
Are you just purely here so I can't wall kick? Screw you. I like how I got it in one try there, but not before. Why am I trying this? What am I doing? I mean, I did just save, to be fair, but like...
Ooh, you want to be careful. If you get crushed by those things, they take a tank of health.
we got plenty to go, at least. Oh, really? Oh, never mind. What? That actually did damage. For crying out loud. Oh, that did damage. I mean, that did 2 damage, but still. Well, we're out. Oh, and there's a path to Meridja. Let's try not to die, but, can't promise anything.
I don't think you want to go down there before you get the thing that makes you maybe go underwater.
Why is this here? Why is that here? Oh, no, there's... Sheesh, what's the point of a map room if literally nothing is on the map? What? Frickin' A. I'm just gonna get random damage to death from all these little sparks that I don't even notice. Oh, this seems fun for all. Oh, and we're gonna die right before getting the gravity suit, I'll bet. It better give me a free refill. Oh, fricking really, game? You're gonna make me do this in, like, no tries? We're probably gonna have to redo this nonsense.
I mean, it depends. It's like, what would be quicker, dying or going all the way back for a health refill?
Man, I don't want the end of the Deathless run to end due to freaking platforming section at 26 HP.
Oh, wait. You can Crystal Flash, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I can. How do you do
think
that?
You have enough.
Yeah, I do have enough.
Is it... It's like you have Power Bomb selected.
Yeah.
You go into Morph Ball, and then you hold, like, both aim buttons down or something.
Yeah. And then use a bomb?
If need be, I'll look it up here.
Nope. But I mean, I still have 8 to spare. think there's another button you have to hold. Like select or something. Except it can't be select, because that would change the selection.
Yeah, I'll look this up.
Showing off all the advanced techniques. This was all part of the plan. We get to see this little animation of Samus just sort of not doing so hot.
Let's see, be below like 50 health, no reserve tanks.
That is done. I haven't even seen a reserve tank yet.
Let's see. At least 10 missiles, 10 super missiles, and 11 power bombs. Okay. Let's see, it says hold down, plus aim up button, plus aim down button, plus fire button will initiate the crystal flash. So you have to be holding down too.
Yep, there we go. Righty then.
I don't know if this will really give you that much health back, but...
It gave me all of it back. That is
really?
As much as I could want.
Oh.
Good thing I got that second super missile tank. Or else this would have been 100% impossible. Well, okay, can you grapple these? No? So how exactly are you supposed to do this then? Am I supposed to be jumping across this? Dang it.
I guess just very precise jumps above the water. I wonder if it's even worth trying to get the spin jump on those. If you can make it without it.
Except these spikes don't actually do much damage. Just want to verify that I do in fact have to make it across. Whap. The non-spin isn't getting me out of the water. Okay, maybe I'm just losing my momentum entirely. Can I get up further?
If there's one thing this room does well, it's make you really appreciate the gravity suit when you get it.
Yeah. That way I can take damage, but still be able to jump off the spikes. It's cool, we can do this like freaking like 10 more times if necessary. At least. They really want you learning that. Why is that slightly too far away to do comfortably? Why do I keep trying that jump?
It would probably save some frustration if you did make it, though.
I hope I'm not going through this backwards. The fact that the item music is... Yeah, I'm going to assume that'll break. I love how much longer the wall kicking animation looks underwater. Am I just doing this entirely wrong? I'm not committing to this jump.
I think you might be actually.
What? Doing this
I don't-
entirely wrong?
Yes.
This
I'm looking at a video.
this
the
really
wrecked
doesn't
ship.
seem like a thing I'm meant to do at the moment.
Yeah, because I was remembering somewhere in here there's like a Chozo statue where you have to sit in its hands as a morph ball, and it kind of carries you to where the gravity suit is.
Yeah. Now that we're not gonna die freaking on like every little electric
Yeah,
spark on the way
it's
back.
a relief.
We're just gonna die by jumping into them instead.
Also, hey, Olmi's joined to come tell you how lost you are. Presumably.
Shut up, Olme. I don't need your
man.
help. I'm gonna continue to
Are
jump.
you sure you don't?
Say what?
Are you sure you don't?
He's got to prove that he can do this himself.
Man, I
You
even
got-
went all the way through this room with no gravity suit for nothing.
Nice.
Sheesh, game. I even wall kicked off this dang thing. I guess that should have been sign number 1. I was doing something incorrect. Forgot that's how I
Maybe-
even got in there in the first place.
Maybe you should have
That's
taken
right.
that sign. Just maybe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use the
Hey, at the
save.
very least, he didn't die to Phantoon in his first attempt.
That is actually pretty well done because Phantoon is kind of tricky sometimes.
I'd love to see a no damage run of that fight, that's for sure.
Is there a
I
missile
mean,
room in here?
once you know it, it's not that bad.
I feel like just aiming up and shooting everywhere is gonna at least keep you safe from hits.
Or you can just do the pseudo screw attack instead, because
yeah,
that
that's true.
actually protects you from the fire. Whatever you do, just don't use super missiles.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. He only had like 4, so he didn't want to use them anyway.
That actually worked out. I still find it weird that the game used so little super missiles.
Can you really not get that many before now?
I mean, I think by now you can.
Because
But, like,
there's one thing I can't remember in this game, it's where all the hidden missile tanks are.
I'm opening every single one of these doors.
That is actually really smart. I made the mistake of not opening them and having to kill everything again.
Okay, now that all the doors are open, let's go to the left. Where there are things.
There's also things everywhere. But yeah, I cannot remember like the more
this is a-
obscure missile tanks stuff, like the one next to the speed booster room, for example. But I can't really recall all of them offhand. I know there's one in this room, like outside. That's
I think it's really
weird.
complicated to get though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that just yet.
Yeah, fair enough.
I know there's one in Meridia that I remember where you have to do a really precise shine spark.
I'm trying to think of which one.
It's like so obnoxious to get that that's how I remember it's there.
I'm trying to remember, but like it doesn't.
I'll definitely remember when he gets to that room eventually.
It's not the total one, is it?
I don't remember.
Because if it was
I kind of
the
have
total one,
Meridia blocked from my memory, to be honest.
well, I guess that makes sense too. Meridia's kind of annoying.
It's the obligatory water level everybody doesn't like.
Well, this was the first game in the series that actually tried a water level.
Though when you get the gravity suit, it's not really much of a water level, it's just another area.
That's also true, but there's also the sea creatures that make the area like really weird.
And it's
I
full
mean,
of sand for some reason.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, real life oceans kind of
True.
have similarities with that, so. Eh.
Well, there didn't appear to be an entrance from... Whoops. As I'm going to see with these X-ray things.
Oh yeah, you do have the X-ray.
I really shouldn't be so flippant about the way I approach these things. I'm
Nice.
netting slightly negative on the health.
Oh,
Okay,
I
dealing
think I
with those
remember
things.
which one you were talking about with the shines. Well, I don't think you will call that one annoying. Like, that one's pretty easy once you know it.
I wasn't very good at the game, so that's also a thing.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we're thinking of a different one because the one I'm thinking of right now requires a vertical shine spark.
Yeah.
And it's easy.
For me,
So-
it was probably harder than it should have been.
Well, I guess.
'Cause I remember you have to
you-
build up speed from like the next room.
For 12 hours.
Yeah.
Also, JD, so do you really just like... Are you seriously doing this?
Yes!
Why?
That's totally scalable.
I mean,
But then you'll
yeah,
have to
but...
do it 2 more times.
Yeah, I need to just roll over the 1 block gaps. That's how it works.
That's not how it works.
Gonna
Right.
Super Mario Bros. 1 this.
Just run.
I tried.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
Remember this?
figured I was charging. I was charging my missile. Like, boy, am I running slow. That must be one heck of a fast conveyor belt.
God damn it, JD Eister.
This is just a reserve tank, for crying out loud. Am I supposed to run into the wall here?
I mean, you can get straight to figure things out.
I still wonder what the point of reserve tanks are. Why not just give you another energy tank?
Okay, we're supposed to shine
That's
spark
actually
up through
a good.
this.
Well, I'll assume the reason why that's a thing is because of techniques like the crystal flash. Like,
If anything, it just hinders you from using that.
no, because then you can be at low health but still have
What?
backups and still be able to do it. Actually, no, because you have to have them all depleted for that to work.
Yeah, you can't have reserve tanks to be able to use the crystal flash.
Yeah. What's the point of this? I guess there's not enough space on the HUD to fit extra, so they just did the. No,
But it just makes me wonder why you even need extra to begin with.
Yeah.
I know you have to get the gravity suit near here, so I'm just gonna continue.
It's
on
in the
for a
wrecked ship
bit.
somewhere, I know that much.
Yeah, but there's only like 1 room I didn't get to before.
I mean, you
'Cause,
can.
I know there's
you
a
can
Chozo
eat-
statue you have to stand in somewhere. And then it carries you
It
to
wouldn't,
where
it
the
wouldn't
gravity suit
exactly be stand in.
is. Well, morph ball.
Yeah, exactly. That makes more sense. That Chozo statue, like. Well, I guess I'll talk about it more once we actually see him.
It's the only time in the game where something like that happens.
Well, yeah, but like what bothers me is like if Chozo were here like ages ago, generations ago, almost even maybe. The why is they did back then. I don't think they had technology. Well, they did, but like they didn't really mess with ships that much. Like, why does this ship have a Chozo statue? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
that-
it's like, the ship crashed onto the planet.
yeah, like
This
why
was a
is it
space pirate ship.
Yeah, why is there a random Chozo statue just chilling there? Like, I understand power-ups, like, I don't know, the missiles, like, the space pirates were experimenting with it, but like, and the gravity suit as well, but why would
Yeah,
they
I guess maybe the space pirate stole a Chozo statue or something.
But
Maybe,
why,
I don't know.
But why would they do that?
I don't know, they're
guess
bug
experimenting.
creatures. They're not very smart.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I say that, yet they're in the Prime games, they're shown to actually be pretty intelligent.
Well, like, they are... And then they attack Samus thinking they have a chance when they don't.
You just have to take their word for it that they're smart.
Basically, yeah.
Do I want to save that I've lost all of my super missiles and made no forward progress? I'm gonna say no.
Do it.
But
You did beat a boss, so technically that is progression.
I'm pretty sure I saved after the boss.
I would save again just in case.
Oh, I see. That's where you have to go. I have a video pulled up in case you really needed some progression, like now.
I mean, I'm actually like being quiet and letting him figure out stuff because I know where to go.
I mean, I'm
I'm just trying
about
to
as
not
blind as him.
backseat.
Yeah, I don't know what I
I'm
thought I
trying-
was gonna get there. That seemed
I'm just
highly
like,
It looks
unlikely to do
really fun,
anything.
oh yeah, grapple beam's weird.
Yeah, don't think there's any productive reason to leave this area.
Yeah, there's not really anywhere to go.
Man, all this swinging around for nothing. Oh wow, just got shot
remember
downward.
I remember the first time I played this game. Like I was circling through Meridia, the wrecked ship, and Norfair. Because I kind of like accidentally did a sequence break and without realizing it, so I beat Crocomire, but I didn't actually get the grapple beam because I didn't have power. I didn't have power bombs.
Ah,
I'd like to see exactly how you get there without power bombs.
Wait, did I? Oh wait, never mind. I did have power bombs. I just didn't know how to solve the. Wait, did I not have power bombs? No, I didn't because there's a door that allows you to like get it. You need the wave beam for it actually, which I
That
did
makes
get.
sense.
am I supposed to be within the wrecked ship currently, at least?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't the room I was attempting to get through, was it?
No, it. No.
You mean with those
no,
really
shit,
precise jumps?
no.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
not
think they
there.
designed the game like that.
It'd be way more fun that way, though.
I mean,
Oh man, those
in
ju-
some
Like I
sense,
said,
that jump was
you
just
have
in.
the
If you want to appreciate it.
Yeah, you have the option to tackle some rooms that way if you're good enough at the game.
That jump
But
was
the
just
newcomers,
infuriatingly not quite possible. I forget where that even was.
don't even bother going back, please. Like, please.
Like, am I supposed to be going to this upper left thing, or is that just the reserve tank for now?
No, that's not. I mean, it doesn't really like connect itself with the one square, so
Yeah, that one square seems suspicious. Does one have to go outside to get to it?
maybe.
There's your answer, JD Easter.
I mean,
Thanks.
at this point, I may as well just like not beat around the bush too much.
Yeah, there's probably some easy path down into that thing that I walked over earlier, and I just couldn't figure out. How did I lose that much energy?
Well, easy in terms of getting to it, yes, but figuring out it's there, not so much. I mean, that's kind of why we have the X-ray for stuff like this.
Appreciate it now while it's in the series.
Yeah, because this is the only game to do that.
Yep.
Hey, Zebes Returns had Aeon that did basically the same thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And the Prime
works
games
a
have
lot
the
better
scan
now.
visor. So yeah. At least Zero Mission was more intuitive in terms of progression when it comes to that. RIP Fusion though.
I still
I
really need to
watched
play
it.
Fusion and Zero Mission.
I watched
still-
Let's Play Fusion. Yeah, it's a thing.
I love both games, but like first timers are gonna struggle a lot more with Fusion than they are with Zero Mission. Which is kind of fun.
Really?
Like in both terms of exploration and finding the way to go, like which is kind of funny because the game is
Oh,
like
really?
the game is so linear compared to the rest, so it's kind of surprising. But like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, all I know of Fusion is that it usually shows you where to go, but I remember that enemies in Fusion do a lot of damage.
yeah, they
More or
do
less.
a lot of damage.
Like, the beginning part of that game is pretty hard from what I've seen.
The entire game does a lot of damage. It gets a lot harder later on because there's an enemy near the end game that does like, if you touch it, you lose an entire energy tank and a half with a single touch.
So almost Samus Returns difficulty.
Basically, yeah.
This framing is really, really like obnoxious because it hits. It's like obvious thing you can do here, and it's not at all obvious what thing I can do there, if any.
Nope. There is an any.
Just look for the uncompleted map scores there.
Basically, yeah. Or just X-ray every single square.
Oh, good. I can use my copious super missiles on this little square. Here, I thought that I could fall down from here.
Oh,
That's
geez,
not actually,
you actually
the
do
case.
need a super missile there.
If it makes you feel better, that one's just for an upgrade. The actual path is another one, I think. That doesn't actually require super missiles. I think. That's a car alarm in the background.
Nah, that's just Samus's ship.
Because Samus's ship has a car alarm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Car alarms in the future.
See, there you go.
Super missiles, please? No?
I mean,
That
you
was
shot
it?
a missile at the ground when you could have just shot it with a normal beam.
Super missiles, please? Sigh. Try one lousy sequence break and the game punishes you for the next 25 minutes.
I mean, that's the nice thing about Super Metroid. It allows you to sequence break as long as you're able to carry out the consequences of it.
It assumes you're skilled enough if you're sequence breaking in the first place.
Exactly.
Oh, does that even...
Like Kraid, without the high jump, he's a little trickier than normal, especially because you also got an extra energy tank on Norther before Kraid, so... Wait, where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm just trying to see what this super missile thing leads to.
Oh, right, makes sense.
I'd most be worried about if you actually aim at the block just right, because it's kind of a small target.
Yep, I'm going to be X-raying the heck out of this.
Makes sense.
And also taking practice shots. Oh, that was well worth it, I'm sure.
Just imagine how useful the scan pulse would be if it was in this game.
I mean, you could have also like bombed the block, so it would actually reveal itself to be a super missile block without having to X-ray it again.
True, true. The one time that bomb jumping works. Oh, nice. Now I gotta go all the way around again. Righty then.
I've always wondered why the spring ball comes so late in this game.
I wonder why it's so hitting in the first place. Like,
Alright.
the first time,
It should
the
come with
first-
it, yes.
the first time I played the game, I didn't even find it.
Yeah, that was
I
the-
didn't even know what it
Yeah,
was.
it's totally optional.
That was the really weird thing playing Samus Returns, like, because I was just familiar more or less with how the usual sequence breaks and such work in Super Metroid. I'm like, wait, there's a spider ball that just lets you climb up any wall in the game, and it's available that early? Why?
I mean, that was how it worked in the original.
Metroid 2 was just spider ball everywhere.
Yeah, well, until you got the space jump.
we don't have
then
any
it was space-
horizontal screen space to work with, so use all the vertical space.
Exactly. But then again, you're mostly gonna be stuck on ceilings anyway. Like, it was cool on concept, but it was way too slow, so... Yeah.
It always looked neat in the Prime games.
Yeah, I love
Until
the
you get to
Prime
like the Spider Guardian or whatever it was.
Well, that's
Whichever
the...
Guardian was, where you
Well,
had to
the
use the
Spider
Spider Ball.
Guardian is the one that gives you the Spider Ball, so... yeah.
Which one was it? Where there was that really obnoxious Spider Ball boss?
That was the
Yeah,
Spider Guardian, but he's the one that gives it to you, so you don't use it in battle. He
Oh,
does,
right,
though.
right. I remember now. The one that Vinny was stuck on for like 40 minutes or something.
Wow. I mean, that is a pretty hard boss. I wonder how much easier that is in the trilogy versions since you have the spring
Yeah,
mode.
they just give you it.
No, they
I
just
think
give you
that like
spring mode.
trivializes that boss.
It probably does. I don't know. Always found I always like playing 2 better than playing 1.
We've already forgotten where this...
Nice. I mean, you can just spam shield at the ground and it will break eventually.
When in doubt, progress is always right in the middle of innocuous-looking ground.
Basically, yeah.
I think
I think that's what got me stuck in Meridia one time, where you have to just shoot the ground in a room, and I completely forgot. to do that.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh boy.
I like
I
how
know
there's an
exactly.
enemy there that's like literally never actually been in that screen.
Nice. Oh yeah, that one. I didn't
Yeah,
get why.
that one everybody knows for that same trivia.
What? That one enemy or what?
Nice.
Yeah, that one enemy.
It's like the red...
I see that like every playthrough of Super Metroid.
Everyone's like, this guy wasn't here before.
Yeah.
Magic. I wonder if going to that room triggers it, and then if you go back, he's there. Nobody will ever go back there though.
Skip
so
it.
I don't-
Not worth it. Too much time.
Oh, you're just gonna run through spikes?
It's probably less of a hassle.
Every time I tried to swing normally, I overshot.
Nice. Either way, this is the Choso statue we were talking about.
The only time in the game something like this happens.
Chozo bowling.
The only time in the 2D game. Well, actually no. Wait, does Sam's Returns have something like this, or even close? Nice, you're gonna grapple the door sideways. And here's your gravity suit for all your trouble.
And now it just spits us out completely in nowhere, so we fall into the water and find out, hey, we can move.
I like that, honestly.
We can wall kick again, not that it does anything here. We can shine spark.
It does in some places. You can speed booster.
It feels really good to do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Okay.
that's one thing I like about Metroid as well, because they make you frustrated at gimmicks, and you're like, this only was a little less annoying.
What?
Only to give you a power up, and it's like, oh, this is less annoying now. Like in Prime, before you get the gravity suit, not only is your water movement bad, but you also have terrible visibility. And then you get the gravity suit, and you can see crystal clear again. That is really nice.
Alright, let us go and actually finish out the rest of this, and then we'll call it a stream.
Please. You're not gonna struggle as much with the thing now.
Well, yeah, now I can jump when I'm underwater.
Exactly.
Which was the whole... If I could have jumped from, like, one block further down, that wouldn't have been an issue in the first place.
Yeah, you're
Correct direction,
really
yes.
right. I almost say you're true.
Also means I don't have to wall kick off that little wall. Or have nearly as much trouble in this room. Oh, and I also
Still
take
better.
half damage, which is nice.
Oh yeah, it is also a buff to your defense.
It is like Link to the Past, where a different color means more defense.
Yeah. I mean, in this one it actually makes sense because you're actually getting more armor.
Just
While
put
Link just gets a different tunic.
It's weird how the Various suit is so iconic, yet you pretty much always finish the game with the gravity suit.
Well,
At
you
least
also
from what I
spend
remember.
like most of the games with like the barrier suit. Like Metroid 1 and 2 didn't have the gravity suit. They all had the barrier suit. Which, by the way, fun fact: in Metroid 1, it actually didn't have the giant shoulders. It was added in Metroid 2 because a palette swap wouldn't work on a black and white game.
All this for an energy tank.
But yeah,
So
you
it would have
showed
been worth it if I could have finally made it over here.
nice.
Go figure. Well, this looks more or less complete.
I mean, I'd rather have an energy tank than a missile tank.
Yeah. Either way,
And now we get to
in
squander it.
Fusion, your last upgrade actually makes your suit orange.
Oh yeah, it
You
does.
spend a lot
You
of
actually get the
you
various
spend
suit back, basically.
basically, even though the various suit in that game is actually green because lore and whatnot.
Yeah.
You spend most time on most games with the barrier suit instead of the gravity suit. Like you get the gravity suit at some point, but it's like I don't know.
Like I was talking about Zelda, I guess it's the same. Despite Link's
Well,
tune
that one actually makes more sense because only the original Link to the Past actually buff your defense by tunics, and they're also
Well, Link Between Worlds also.
a few games, yeah, but like in most games, it's either stuck as green or the different colors are like Ocarina of Time, where they're like area specific stuff,
Yeah, to use underwater or something.
underwater or in a hot room. Hey, the
And
barrier suit in a Zelda game.
yeah,
Well, this looks...
which people found out actually you don't need the tunic in Ocarina of Time.
I mean, you could, yeah, but good luck.
Well, this seems like as good a place as any to stop.
Yep. I was just about to say, actually.
That is actually a good place.
Now that we're fully suited up, we can check out the obvious place to go next time. Wandering around Criteria for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Sounds
Data
about
loss,
right.
We got the best suit. We're on our way to getting some more stuff. And now you've also figured out an emergency healing option.
Yeah, would be nice.
As long as you can get enough super suit for it.
Yeah,
Which good luck.
I had literally exactly enough supers, and I didn't even have those, like, minutes hence. But anyway, this has been JDH64. Oh, you know, that's why no one showed up. I never announced who I was. They never would have known. It's not like it's on the screen 3 times.
Oh. 3 times.
Do you know who I am? Nah.
No, we don't.
Oh, well.
I just know you're the big brain behind Super Mario.
Anyway, this has been JDH64. Olme are on Kalari K9 and Miles Luigi at some point. See you next week, maybe. We'll see.
We'll see how this
Bye,
goes.
chat.
So.